Jeff Kulikowski, the wait for a verdict will go into a second full day in the murder trial of 3 former Marcy correction officers.
The jury was sent home right around 4 o'clock this afternoon after a full day of deliberating. News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan and Kendra Brodas covering the trial once again for us. Tonight, no verdict, but still an active day in court.
Well, yeah, it felt that really toward the afternoon, at any moment, a verdict could come. That was the mood in court. That was kind of the predictions from some of the attorneys that I was speaking to, that we think this is wrapping up based on what the jury was asking for. But about 5 hours of deliberations have happened so far between yesterday and today. Kendra, but the jury was active. We could see them doing their work, at least on the, what was publicly available to us.
Absolutely. So it's actually an interesting process as to how they let the judge know that they have a question or have a request. They do it old school with a handwritten note, so that note makes its way into the judge, who then talks with the prosecution and defense to see if they have any objections, then brings the jury back in to handle that request. And today we saw multiple requests for legal definitions, legal terms of murder, manslaughter, gang assault, and filing for a false instrument
is the charge against Nicholas Kiefer. The jury also asked for a look back at video, that video now that's been seen across the country that was released earlier this year, video from the uniform-worn cameras actually showing the beating. The jury also asked to hear testimony. They can't call witnesses back, but they can have the court stenographer read back her transcription of testimony. In this case, it was from the medical examiner who testified last Friday about her findings of the body of Robert Brooks. So Christy and Jeff, 5 hours of testimony so far, and we thought it might happen today, but it looks like we'll be back tomorrow to wait for the jury's decision.
Right, and both of you have been staying close to the courthouse and watching the jury closely. How about the Brooks family? Are they also nearby? Have you seen them? How are they holding up?
Well, Christy, while that video was replaying back, Robert Brooks' mother was in the courtroom, and she could only watch in spurts. She was looking down, looking anywhere but the video screens at certain parts, but she was watching for certain parts as well, with a look of disappointment, frustration, disgust.
Yesterday we saw Robert Brooks' father in court, and all along his son has been here, but notably not today. Perhaps that's because he'll know from the prosecution when to come back when there's a verdict. He probably doesn't need to sit through each of these notes and read backs, but we know that Robert Brooks' son, who's been kind of the face of the family through all this, is ready to be here when the moment comes, and it could be tomorrow.
All right, Kendra, Andrew, thank you for your coverage. And when the verdict does come in, we will have live coverage on air and online at localsyr.com.